Hi there, welcome to Kneppy Invest and welcome to February 2025. There's about 1 hour and 22 minutes left of trading today. A disappointing day, a red day, a down day. Everything is down across the board. It looks like I think this has been led by the banks again. So maybe the bubble has burst for the banks, except for CBA. CBA hasn't dropped nowhere near as far as the other banks. So a bit of strength in the CBA. And funny enough, I was at a CBA branch this morning. There you go. Anyway, the theme for today was the amount of companies that released their results. A plethora, enormous amount of companies released their results today. In fact, I would say maybe between 70 and 80, possibly even more than that. I wrote all the ticker codes of companies who released results today that I had a quick look at. And I do have feelings about some of these results. Good feelings, bad feelings. And what I'm going to do in today's video is I'm going to go through these companies and see how the market has reacted. I haven't seen how the market has reacted just yet for most of these companies, not all of them, for most of these companies. For instance, Telstra was the first company to release their results today. And you might be surprised what I thought about their results. And we'll see if the market agrees with me. No top 5 stocks of the day. Just couldn't decide, to be honest with you. And this is the only video of the day as well. I've been busy through the morning and I am a little bit tired, a little bit fatigued. So I thought I'll just keep it to one video today, unfortunately, for those who like to watch more of my videos. Okay, so let's just let's have a look at the earnings calendar first. That's actually tomorrow. Today, yeah, 109 matches. Not all these companies did release results. For instance, Telix hasn't released results just yet, but they should because they actually mentioned that in a previous announcement, saying they will release their results on the 20th of February. So more than likely, they might release those results after trading has finished, although maybe they've released results within the last few hours. Let's have a look. We can have a look. No, they haven't released results. Last company to release results was Worker, WRKR. And I might have a look at those numbers in my free time. So numerous companies have released results today. Tomorrow should be a little bit quieter. Only 35 matches. But some of the companies releasing results tomorrow are intriguing, including Guzman y Gomez, Coden, Supply Network, Accent Group, Superloop. Looking forward to that one. We also have Rural Funds, AMA Group, Visan, Michael Hill Jewelers, Laser Bond, Matrix Composites and Engineering, and DeLorean. I would say that's homage to Back to the Future, maybe. Anyway, so that's the earnings calendar for tomorrow. So another busy day, but not quite as busy as today. So let's have a look at the ASX today. But first of all, I'm just going to have a quick look at trading economics because our market is down a fair bit. And I'm just wondering, Australia jobless rate highest in 3 months. Is the market worried about that? A little bit of a jump in unemployment, possibly, hinting at a bit of weakness in the economy. We don't want to see the unemployment rate get much higher than this. We'll say 4.5%, but yeah, we don't want to see it rise for the rest of the year because that would be a good sign that we are much weaker than we probably think we are right now. Fed worried about inflation, tariffs, yes, as they should be. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just have a quick look at the ASX today. And then instead of having a look at the top gainers and top losers, I'll first pay attention to results, and then I'll go to top gainers and losers to see if I've missed anything. Okay, so what can you say about today? It's been negative all day. In fact, it's been drifting lower all through the day, particularly in the morning, just going down and down and down. Looks like he's forming a bit of base right now in the afternoon. Maybe everyone, I was going to say on Wall Street, but you don't call the area of Sydney, Martin Place. Maybe you could call Martin Place Wall Street. I don't know. Anyway, so maybe they've all gone to lunch and gone home for the day. Who knows? Sectors, best performing sectors. There's a reason why telecommunications is up almost 2%. It's all about Telstra. I would not be surprised if it is up 4%, 3 to 4%. Let's have a look. 3 to 4%. Oh, 4.85%. It's even better than I was expecting. And that has really driven this particular sector up because it is the biggest company in this space. And we've also seen energy up. It's been negative the last few days, so just turning around. And by far the worst performing sectors, materials, healthcare, financials again, and real estate. Banks down 2.8%. If you have a look at the last week, financials down 6.94%. And if you have a look at the indices, the ASX 200 banks down 8.9% in the past week. So right now, the banks is not where you want to be parking your money. Well, maybe as a deposit, but not as an investment, because I would say some of the banks' charts are starting to look a little bit weak. Real estate might be down today. Go back to the daily. Real estate down 2.57% because Goodman Group has just completed their capital raising, and share price probably would be down about 6% because the capital raising was at a 6 point something percent discount. Yeah, discount. That's the word I was looking for. And share price down about 6%, which makes sense. And that is the biggest, by far the biggest company in real estate. Okay, what else do we have here? That's about it. ASX 20 down 3.96%. You don't usually see that. They're the 20 biggest companies on the ASX are down almost 4%. I would say the banks. I would say mostly the banks. And we can confirm that. In fact, what we'll do now, 4 companies still up. What we'll do now is just list the ASX 20 companies by market cap. So all the big banks will be up the top. And we can just see how much they've fallen. Yes, it's carnage. Carnage at the top. Commonwealth Bank only down 1.74%. That's okay because, comparatively speaking, NAB down 4.42%, Westpac down 3.73%, and ANZ down 3.42%. Macquarie Group not down as much, only down 1.23%. And there's Goodman Group down 5.98%. Or Fortescue, well, that's a bit of a down 7.25%. They did release results today. Okay, that's interesting. So the market doesn't like Fortescue's results. Okay, so now let's turn our attention to results that have been released today. I've circled all the ticker codes that I thought were intriguing enough to focus on a little bit more than the other companies. Now, I could be completely wrong. And the first one was Telstra. I liked these results, a bit of growth. They saw a bit of growth in, not sure if it was revenue, definitely profits. In fact, we'll have a quick look at Telstra. I don't want to linger too long on these because there's a lot to get through. But I actually, as soon as I saw these results, I went, for Telstra, these aren't bad. These are actually pretty good results. Telstra delivers continued growth in the first half of financial year 25, and they've also announced an on-market share buyback. Now, the only reason that makes sense is if the management believes a company is really good value or undervalued right now. Whether that is true, I don't know. But anyway, EBITDA up 6%, profit up 7.1%, earnings per share up 6%, return on invested capital up 0.2 percentage points to 8%. I want that to be a little bit higher, but it's at least increasing. And on-market share buy up to 750 million shares. So the market seems to like these results. I liked them for Telstra. Now, if this was WiseTech or Altium, which is the company I was trying to think of yesterday, that sort of growth would be disastrous. So let's have a look at the chart for Telstra. And this is where it gets more interesting because when I see a positive action from the market, what I'm looking for is any sort of breakout. And do we have a breakout here? Possibly. The next question is, not possibly, we do have a breakout. Share price today is at a oh, yes, it is. Share price today is at a multi-year high, yeah. 18-month high for Telstra on the back of good results. This is the definition of a breakout. Good financial results. Share price at least a 6-month high. Sometimes I say 3-month high, preferably 6-month high, and some good volume coming in today. So this is the definition of a breakout, Telstra Group. And yeah, I thought it was good. And the market thinks it's good as well. A few other companies that released results. So we had Auckland Airport, Air New Zealand, Rio Tinto, Harmoney. Okay. I did not circle Harmoney, and I got this one completely wrong. I thought the results were okay. And then I saw the share price was up a fair bit. Harmoney up 25.45%. Yeah, the results were okay. I didn't think they were groundbreaking. Again, I'm just looking at the numbers and I'm not comparing numbers to expectations. I'm not even looking at any sort of outlook because I'm a little bit too busy to actually do that. Because I had to go through this process really quickly, I just looked at the underlying numbers. Okay, so maybe one of the reasons why the share price is up is because they put financial year 26 targets and they are looking for or hoping for or targeting or another word for targeting, some pretty good growth. So profit from 0.7 million in financial year 24, guiding 5 million financial year 25, up to 10 million in financial year 26. So they are forecasting some pretty nice growth in profit and return on equity over the next few years. In fact, cash return on equity going from 2%, 13 to 20%, up to 25 plus percent. So just that little table here, I can sort of understand why the share price is or has rallied today. So let's have a look at chart for Harmoney. Is this a breakout? Harmoney. And interesting enough, the chart did look interesting before today. A nice little rally in share price. Share price went sideways for about 2 or 3 weeks. And now a really strong up day. A little bit of selling today. We have that red candlestick. So we have seen a little bit of selling pressure on the share price. And the volume hasn't been massively strong, but compared to previous days, it has been pretty strong. And the reason I do that, yeah, there we go. Just comparing to previous days, getting rid of that big spike. Yeah, volume has been quite nice and quite high today for Harmoney. So another potential breakout. So we have two already, Telstra and Harmoney. What else do I have on this list? I put down TCL. Oh, Transurban. TCL, Transurban. Qube Holdings. I thought this was negative or slightly negative. And I might be wrong. I don't know. Slightly negative. Yeah, slightly negative. I think we can move on. The reason I had just included this company is just because I am trading Qube Holdings, and this was very important. Is it time to get out or continue with my trade? And at this point, just continue with my trade. We have seen a little bit of selling today. Share price got as high as 427, and share price now at the low. Could be just weakness in the market. And we'll have a quick look at the chart for Qube. And sometimes TradingView does that. So am I concerned about this trade? Not really. It's just a slow grind higher. And today is not a sellout day, unlike one other company I'll show you later in the video. We also have Veeam release results. Actually, no, I've missed the order here. In fact, I was supposed to show Qube later in the video. IGO release results, Environmental Group, something limited, I suppose. EGL release results today. I thought it was negative. And let's see if that is right. Down 13.21%. Share price has been under pressure recently. And the reason I found it negative or not that good is because some of the metrics were down from the previous corresponding period. But again, it's very important to know that could have beaten expectations and the share price could have rallied. So I did go into this exercise a little bit blind without knowing much in regards to expectations of the results. So going in blind, that means I will make some mistakes. But I thought this was a negative result. Share price down, and the share chart for EGL had been under pressure. So yeah, definitely the trend in this one has turned negative. And share price at 22 cents is the lowest it's been since November or December 2023. So it's on about a 1 year low for Environmental Group. What else do we have here? Wesfarmers. I thought this was negative. I thought and looked at the growth and I went, how is the market going to perceive this lack of growth in Wesfarmers? Beloved company, I wouldn't say market darling, but there are a lot of investors out there who absolutely love Wesfarmers, but P ratio is quite high. So they need to see or provide to the market some pretty good growth over the next few years to justify current valuation. So I had a look at the results and went, not that good. Share price up a little bit. So when I say not that good, let's just have a very quick look at the half year results. And again, these numbers could have beat expectations. So that's very important. I just looked at revenue, only up 3.6%, profit up 2.9%, operating cash flow negative 11.1%, interim dividend up 4.4%. yeah, so it wasn't that exciting of results. And again, the P ratio of Wesfarmers, I would say 34. I'm going to just guess 34. Oh, wait there. P ratio, there it is, 34.53. And we can actually just confirm that training view as we look at the chart. P ratio 33.96. So it's close enough. So about 34. So you want to see a little bit more growth than what this company experienced, but the chart looks really good and it still looks good, even after 2 days. So if I was trading Wesfarmers or holding Wesfarmers, would I be getting out? Probably not, based off this chart. What else do we have here? We have Wesfarmers, Regis Resources, Pilbara, big numbers down there. A1M, what's that? AIC Mines. It looks really good. I'm just going to have a quick look at the market reaction, this one. It looks pretty good, but it's a gold company, and I think all gold companies should be looking or should be releasing pretty good results. Bega Cheese, I'm interested in this one. A nice growth in profit, but not much growth in revenue. That was my one takeaway. And share price up 2.85%. Have a very quick look at the media release. I'm pretty sure it was revenue up slightly and all the other metrics up nicely. Yeah, revenue only up 3%, but EBIT up 31% and profit up 14%. So some nice margin expansion for Bega Group. And I would say the chart is still looking pretty good for this company. Let's just confirm that. Yep, still looking pretty good for Bega Cheese. In fact, this could be a buying opportunity. What else do we have here? Cogstate. I thought this was pretty good. I thought, yeah, the market's going to like these results from Cogstate. And I was thinking if the market really likes these results, it would show that the market leading into these results was right about this company because the sentiment in this company had shifted from negative to positive and the trend has changed as well. So let's see if the market is right. Only up 3.24%. Now, the share price was as high as $1.40. So we have seen a little bit of selling today for Cogstate. And let's have a look at the chart. Does the chart still look pretty good? Well, maybe not after today with a bit of selling. Yeah, I don't like that candlestick. Fair bit of selling today, but the chart still looks pretty good. Shifter in the sentiment and a shift in the trend over the past few months. What else do we have here? Oh, Fortescue. Wasn't even going to look at Fortescue, and then I saw the share price was down 7%. So obviously the market hasn't liked it. I didn't have a quick look at the results, I'll be honest with you. But whenever the share price of this sort of company is down 7%, I think you have to pay attention. There was a potential of a shift in sentiment and the trend of the share price, but that potential has now been completely thwarted. And then we got Brambles. A quick look at I didn't think these results were anything good. Oh, no, I thought they were okay. We'll just say okay. Share price up 1.76%. Mitchell Services, negative. Share price down 9.86%. Not a surprise there. But I think I think this particular half year was always going to be the weakest for this company, and they should improve their performance the next few years. But they did mention, what did they mention? They mentioned it's quieter among, must have customers in production and also customers who are in the exploration phase. And they just mentioned that the exploration phase is fairly quiet right now. Yeah, which is interesting. Anyway, so lots of numbers down for Mitchell Services. So not surprised to see the share price down. I don't think there would be any expectations out there. This company has a market cap of maybe $60 million. So let's have a look at the chart for Mitchell Services. Share price could be an interesting level for this company, maybe at historical lows. Not quite. It has to get down to about 27 cents for that to be true. And not historical lows, but we're talking about 7 or 8 year lows for Mitchell Services. And other than that, chart doesn't look that crash hot. What else do we have here? We have Ballador Technologies, Coronado, Coal, Beacon Lighting. I thought this was weak. These results weak, but again, did they beat expectations? Share price down 2.65%. Share price down as low as $3.10. So share price has rallied through the day, and that can be a good thing. Some people panicked on open or just after open. Share price plunged, and then we had a lot of buying pressure in. And one of the reasons, one of the main reasons we might have seen buying pressure is because the chart of this company looks pretty good. And so as we saw that dip, we had some sellers, some buyers coming in. So chart still looks okay for Beacon Lighting, particularly with that rally in the share price. I think the next one here was, we don't have to look at Environmental Suite. High Pages, Sandfire, and now we're on to, no, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Oh, Maas Group. I was really intrigued to see how the market reacted to this one. Maas Group, down 11%. Am I surprised with that one? I don't know. I didn't think the numbers were that bad, but again, it's expectations that are important. So if we have a look at this table, oh no, it was bad. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, negative, negative, negative. Yeah, yeah, I remember now. Sorry. I was thinking there must have been another company I was thinking about. Okay, so I definitely see why the share price is down. I don't think they would have forward guided for negative change in all these metrics, but they're down. In fact, earnings per share down 18%. So let's have a look at a chart for Maas Group. It's really interesting because the share price of this company looked like it was breaking out back in, potentially breaking out, just potentially back in late November. And I could have bought this or shares in this company if it did break out. I was paying close attention, but it didn't. It moved in the other direction and it just keeps on moving. A little bit of buying coming in today, but huge volume. So I wouldn't be rushing into this one unless you think this company is high quality. And I'm not sure I could be there with you with that one. BSA, which was a stock today the other day, they released their results, which is probably irrelevant because they're losing most of their revenue. Oh, MVP, Medical Development, whatever it's called, International. I was paying close attention to this one because I am trading this on. Share price up 10%. Profitable half year, and also growing as well. So no surprises that the share price is up for that one, but you just don't know with these type of companies. One bit of disappointing news could lead the share price down 10, 20%. And the chart looking pretty good. Chart looking pretty good, but a lot of volatility in there. You've got to maintain control of your actions when you do see this sort of volatility. I think the volatility will sort of improve or contract, and then the share price could do whatever it wants. But at this point in time, a pretty good day for medical developments. What else do we have here? We have, Super Retail Group. I thought this was negative. I thought, I think this one, the share price will be down. Yeah, down 12.23%. Probably a little bit more than I would have expected. There was a couple of retail companies released results, but yeah, Super Retail I thought was quite negative. It decreases in everything, it seemed like. Let me just confirm that. I just remember negative numbers. You don't want to see negative numbers. Oh, sales up though. Sales up 4%, but margin decreased. In fact, there should be a table here. Here we go. Yeah, it was sales up, but everything else is down. And the reason why everything else is down is because of margin contraction. So, in fact, profit down 10%. Nice like-for-like sales growth, particularly for Rebel and BCF, but profit has gone backwards for Super Retail. So let's have a look at the chart. I would say this is more likely going to be a little bit more negative. Oh, it looked like it was trying to break out, trying to move into an uptrend, and then today has put that potential trend change to pieces. What else do we have here? We have, MA Financial. The market was screaming buy this company for quite a few months, and I did not hear those screams. Share price up 8.53%. I was impressed with these results. Just a nice growth, beautiful growth in all their metrics. Now, this could be a one-off, but I liked the growth. For instance, here we go. Revenue up 14%. Oh, I was looking at statutory results. That's why, not underlying results. So not as good because I thought it was all positive or up by over 10%, but net profit after tax is only up by 1% in underlying results. There you go. And EBIT margin actually contracted and return on equity up a little bit. So not as good as what I thought because I was looking at statutory results earlier on, and now it all makes sense. Anyway, so MAF or MA Financial chart was looking really good. This was a beautiful looking chart and still is a beautiful looking chart. The breakout really occurred back in August when they released their results. That was a beautiful breakout, and you've probably done well if you bought on that breakout or even just after that breakout. What else do we have? So we're getting through these fairly quickly. Dolly talked about Qube, IRI, Integrated Research. I'm just interested. I thought the results were fairly weak. Yep, share price down 7.53%. Yeah, everything was down. Profit was down, revenue down a fair bit, and I just not there with this one yet. And the chart has went from being really positive start of last year, particularly around April, May into June, and it's just the sentiment has just shifted, trend has just shifted so drastically, and now I think it's in danger going back to those levels. And when I say those levels, I mean the levels you saw at the start of 2024 and earlier, when the share price was just treading water between about 28 and 35 cents. Okay, so I'm not surprised with that one. I thought it was quite weak. What else do we have here? Oh, Healius. Interesting in this one because I thought the results were weak, but okay, down 5.86%. Okay, I thought the results were going to be quite weak, but I thought maybe this was a case where the results were better than expected, but no. And the chart shows me nothing at all. Now on to a good one. I am almost certain the share price of this company is going to be higher, and that's Nanosonics, up 18.79%. Okay, this could have been the stock of the day, could be the stock of the day if I was having a stock of the day. These results were really good. I like these results, really good growth. I think the short-term headwinds have come to an end. And when I say really good growth, we're talking about double-digit growth for almost everything. Profit after tax up 58%. Revenue up 11%. No, 18%. And of course, if revenue is up 18%, profit after income tax up 58%, the company has seen some margin expansion. So really good results from Nanosonics, and this could be a potential breakout. Just based off the share price rising, this could be a potential breakout. I already own shares in this company and no reason to sell. And I would say this is a really good breakout. Share price at least a one-year high, over a one-year high. And I'd say really good volume coming through today and financial results. So there you go, Nanosonics. Not sure about Sonic Healthcare. I could see this going either way. Yeah, I thought the results were fair, but I wasn't sure about this one. I'm also trading this one, so I could get out of this one if I see a little bit more negativity. I'm waiting for a nice little uptrend developing. It might be taking a little bit more time than I wanted to. Sonic Healthcare. Oh, ServStream. I thought these results were really, really good as well. Let's see if the market only up 3%. I think the market was expecting some really good results, and the company provided some really good results, really good growth in profit and all those nice little metrics. But I think there was already those expectations baked into the share price. And you can just see by this chart as we go to it, has been a beautiful chart over the past few years. Unfortunately, I did sell out, take my profits some time ago. Anyway, chart still looks pretty good for ServStream. Elsewhere, we have, Megaport. This is an interesting one. Megaport up 15.2%. Oh, it was up a lot more than this. Share price as high as $12.15. So we have seen a little bit of selling today with Megaport. On first glance, the results were, and then I had a closer look at their half-year report, and the operating cash flow still pretty good. Operating cash flow still pretty good. Free cash flow still pretty good. They might have provided an outlook section or trading update that could have excited the market, and I might have missed something because I went through these results fairly quickly. But the most important thing is, to be honest with you don't have to go through results. Just look at how the market has reacted. And that just shows you that there is something to like in these results. It could have been it beat expectations, or it could be their outlook was pretty bullish, or maybe there was a few other things in the results that caused the market to like this company. So let's have a look at the chart for Megaport, MP1. And the chart was showing signs of breaking out just before this. Yeah. So, and we do have a red candlestick, which is my least favorite, like a long red candlestick, which is my least favorite one. And you can see back in January of last year, there was a really big, strong green candlestick. And the share price rallied 27.61%. And the share price kept on rallying for the next 2 months. This one, I don't know which way it's going to go. I could imagine share price even dropping from here, but who knows? Share price could rally. So another good reaction from the market when it comes to Megaport. This one is going to be interesting. The reject shop. Had a look at the profit growth, and I was like, wonder if the market's going to like this one. Let's have a look. See, reject shop TRS. Share price up 15.7%. Oh, okay. So I'm not fooling myself. So I think revenue wasn't up all that much, but it was a really good growth in profit. Here we go. So sales up 2.9%, but EBIT, the two EBITs and the two NPATs up a fair bit, over 10%, and interim dividend up 20%. I will go through this in a little bit more detail because if they can continue this sort of momentum, some increase in margins because sales not up that much. So that's probably the one thing I'd like to see is an increase in revenue, but pretty good results for the reject shop and a really good reaction. Is this a breakout for the rejects? And if someone traded this based off this chart, I could not blame him. Now, the share price is at that level we saw back in August last year. You can see the share price rallied a little bit, got into that level where it is right now, and sort of faltered. A really big volume coming. This is the biggest volume day we have seen for a long time. We have seen since 2022. So, this is a potential really nice breakout for the reject shop. Duratec. Okay. So I had been trading Duratec, not trading it now. Share price had rallied, and I was thinking, with the share price rallying, potentially Duratec was going to release some good results. Share price down 3.41%. I thought the results were weak. But again, I'm not comparing it to expectations. I was just looking at the numbers. I thought they were weak. And I'm not surprised the share price is down, particularly after the rally we have seen in the share price. Not we, the company has seen. Unless you've been following the movement in the share price. Then anyway, so the chart still looks pretty bullish. This could be the dip situation for Duratec. So, but the results all weak. That's the only thing I'm going to say. Anyway, what else do we have? Autosports Group, weak results. They were already hinting that the results were going to be weak. And when I say hinting, they had to release a trading update on the 29th of January. Share price dove on that. So I'm not sure why anyone was surprised or would be surprised by this. Unless it was a little bit weaker than the trading update, then maybe that's a surprise. So Autosports, whatever it's called, this is a weird one because Bega's Automotive is going up and this company plus Peter Warren are going down. So there's a bit of mixed reactions out there in this same sector. Or maybe they're not exactly the same sector, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so chart looks pretty bad. No reason to be in this one right now. In fact, today, share price did get to about $1.62. There's a nice little support level there, but not for me. That's ASG. Okay. Probably the most negative one. Yeah, share price down 21.81%. I am or was disappointed by these results. I did expect a little bit more growth for Redox, and the market is thinking likewise. I've got out of my trading position in this company. And really, the growth was piss weak. And, of course, maybe the market was expecting piss weak growth, but obviously not. The market was expecting a little bit better growth for Redox, and this puts to shame the market's feelings about this company. Beautiful looking chart destroyed today. This is a trend-changing event for Redox. So I'm out of this trade. And what else do we have here? Magellan Financial. Now, the share price down about 9%. I did see this, 9.7%. Maybe because they have a new CFO and CEO. Maybe the market doesn't like either one. Or maybe the results are bad. I did not have a look at the results. I'll be honest with you. Did not have a look at the results. And but the share price is down. And let's have a look at the chart. Share price was looking interesting And look at the change. The shift over the past month has been extreme. Share price has gone from 12.50 back down to 9.14. Oh, it doesn't look good. And yeah, definitely a shift, both in trend and sentiment. Okay, we're coming towards the end. Oh, this one is interesting. IPH. I thought these results were really good. And I thought the share price was going, maybe not explode, but be significantly higher. Okay, it's up 3.13%. Share price is actually down for a period today. I did a little bit of research on this company not that long ago, and the company hasn't shown any earnings per share growth over the last 5, 6, 7, or 8 years. Really good revenue growth, but no earnings per share growth. And I thought, maybe that's going to continue into this half year. And the answer to that is no. In fact, some really good growth. So underlying earnings per share growth up 7.5%, which is better than almost nothing. EBITDA up 11.2%, revenue up 25.5%. EBITDA margins down. So that could be a bit of a drag on the share price. But yeah, I thought these results were actually quite good. Not bad anyway. And let's have a look at the chart. I think it's just a chart might be suppressing share price rising. Share price had been in a downtrend for a while and is still in a downtrend. A lot of volatility today as well. In fact, if you have a look at the 1 minute chart, all over the place. Look at that. In the first few minutes, up and then down. It went up. It went being up a lot and then down a lot. And then it's found a nice balance. And the balance is erring towards being a little bit more positive than those who sold within the first 6 minutes. A lot of selling between what time? Between 9:06 a.m. Brisbane time, so 10:06 otherwise, and 3 minutes later. So in 3 minutes, the share price dropped from $5 down to 4.50. It could have been some stop losses in there. I don't know. And then the share price rallied back up to where it started. Anyway, so interesting reaction from the market for IPH, Intellectual Property Company. We also have Netwealth. I'm assuming Netwealth results were pretty good. The market liked it. Share price up. Oh, no, flat. And finally, we have Universal Stores. I'm going to have to look at this one a little bit more closely. I thought these results were pretty bad. Share price up 10%. So completely wrong with this one. So I'm going to have to look at the results a little bit more closely because I got this one completely wrong. But again, the market got this one right because have a look at this chart before the release of the results today. Share price, beautiful uptrend. And this is just continuation of that uptrend. Okay, so that's the results. A few other companies that did release results, including Chrysos, Prime Financial Group, Tabcorp. Yeah, so I think I've gone through most of them. Aveem, Ridley Corporation, Charter Core, Peet, P-E-E-T, not P-E-T-E. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now is just go to the top gainers just to see if I've missed anything, which I might have. I might have missed anything. What I'm going to do is, however, so for instance, I might have missed Pertron Therapeutics, but I just don't care at this point in time. What I'm going to do is have a look at the top gainers by market cap because I just want to see if, yeah, like Whitehaven Coal. Why is Whitehaven Coal up? Why is Whitehaven Coal up? There is a reason here. Oh, half year results. So this is definitely one like I missed. So let's have a quick look at Whitehaven Coal. I thought they released something else. Did they release something else? Oh, yeah, sale of 30% of Blackwater Mine to complete on 31st of March. I did see that, and then I missed their results for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, so let's have a look at the chart for Whitehaven. Maybe coal has bounced. Maybe. Or maybe these results are pretty good. Or maybe share price has been really oversold, and this is just a bounce. Share price right now is right on the resistance level, by the way. Nice volume coming in, though. Talked about Megaport, MA Financial, Nanosonics, Universal Store, Drone Shield. I don't think their company has released anything today. Let's just have a peek. No, this is just noise. Aspen did release results, didn't have a quick look. Southern Cross Electric and Engineering, very happy the share price is up there. I did take a trading position in that company yesterday. So go that company. And there's Retail Food Group. Coventry Group did release results, but I did not even have a look at it. I thought it was going to be negative. I thought, and the reason I thought it was going to be negative is just have a look at this chart. Share price has just doved. It's just dived. And I thought, yeah, it's going to be negative. It could be just a little bit of noise, but I don't know. And anything else here? That's, I think, it. There's Harmoney Group or Corp. Oh, SSR Mining, another pretty good day for that company. I don't think the market cap is 57 million. I think it's a lot more than that. And let's have a look at the top losers to see if I've missed anything here. Redox is up there. So let's have, or list this by market cap. Fortescue, Super Retail Group, Redox, Magellan, Maas Group, Handset Technology released results the other day. Pretty sure Sky City released results, but I don't really care. Ridley Corp released results. Let's have a look at the chart for Ridley Corp because I completely ignored this one. Oh, this is interesting. Look at the volatility the last few weeks. Share price got to $3 and then pulled all the way back to 285. And then today share price dove to 240 and has recovered a little bit up to 260. Other than that, the chart looked actually pretty good. So that's Ridley Corp. Ordinate down a few days in a row. Cogstate released results yesterday, down today, and nothing much else there. There's Environmental Group, Integrated Research, Mitchell, I've already mentioned them, and that's it. Okay, so I've gone through all the results. Not all the results, that is an impossibility, but I have seen what I've liked. Anyway, so now on to some of your questions. I'm going to keep this fairly short. Hi, Kneppy. Would like to hear your thoughts on Neuren Pharmaceuticals after promising fast-track announcement of Pitt Hopkins. Now the stock going back down 4.5% today. High frequency, low volume trades seeming a common occurrence right now. I would say more than likely what's happening here is just sentiment, negative sentiment. I've been paying close attention to a company called Eviction Technologies. This company has been releasing quite a few positive announcements, but these positive announcements have been doing nothing to the share price. When in the past, when the share price was in a beautiful uptrend, any sort of positive announcement would really accelerate the share price. And if you have a look at the chart for this company, you can see why. So share price has gone up a fair bit, has pulled back. So when they've been releasing announcements in this pullback, share price can't move, it won't budge because there's just too much selling pressure. So we need to get rid of that selling pressure for this company. So I think the same probably is true for Neuren, that there is just a little bit too much negative sentiment in this company because a lot of shareholders bought at higher prices and they're just looking to get out. And when that happens, you will see a bit of pressure on the share price if the share price starts to rally, because for the vast majority of investors, when they buy into a company, they expect the share price to rise immediately. And if it doesn't rise immediately, it's a dog stock. So a lot of shareholders in this company bought above $20 and the share price now is $12.95. They just want to get out. They want to get out. And if whenever they see a rally in the share price, they will more than likely, will sell some shares. Some of them will anyway. Now, some probably have faith in the company. They don't have that view that if the share price goes down, it's a dog stock. Some probably bought shares because they like the company. So hopefully more of the people buying shares in this company have that sort of outlook. So sentiment is down, trend is down. What we want to see is the share price sort of go sideways for a while. And when it goes sideways for a while, in fact, I saw this or heard this on Carl Carpolingo's video the other day. SKS Technologies, not doing much, sort of going sideways, not really going up much or all that much. And then someone just said they're getting bored. Yeah, so that's what happens when the share price goes sideways. And when I say going sideways, I mean like 6 months, a year. SKS Technology has been going sideways for like a week. So someone's getting bored already. But anyway, and that shows you selling pressure, potential selling pressure. Anyway, so the reason I like it when a share price goes sideways is because people who bought at $20 just see the share price going sideways. They get bored. They go, wow, I'm just waiting for the share price to go high. It just doesn't. I'm just going to get out. And eventually, say after a year, share price going sideways, all those shareholders have gotten out. And that means there's very little resistance. And then you see a breakout, share price rallies. So that's what I like to see for Neuren. So it's all about supply, demand, sentiment. Sentiment is the main driver of share price in the short term. So that's very, very important. And one of the main drivers in the shifting of sentiment is positive financial news, profit upgrades, any sort of positive, financial news. They're better than expected results. That can shift sentiment. Anyway, thank you for that. Crem02. I was also, Liam Jones says, also confused about Step, expected a break even on price. Didn't know the things you mentioned would be taken into account for a price drop. Website clicks. Yeah. So, yes. How's Step One doing today? Down a little bit. Yeah, I sort of in the same boat as Liam. I wouldn't have focused on those little metrics. And then when the share price was down, I had to focus. I was trying to figure out why the share price was down. So those little metrics was my main focus. And that's the only reason I could, you know, rationally realize why the share price was down. Anyway, thank you for that. Okay, Hugo says, in regards to Mika Metals, does the increase from share count from 32 million to 1,234 million now bother you? Not just for this company, but for companies in general. Uh, Now, yeah, increase in shares over a long period of time, yes, it is really negative, and eventually company has to stop it. Best way a company can stop it is to become profitable and generating cash flow. Mega Metals has been not in that situation. I suppose they've been an explorer for the last 10 years or so, and they had to raise capital. And the best way to raise capital is to go back to shareholders, back to the market, back to organizations or not organizations, institutions asking for more money in the hope that they can get to a production. And when they get to production, the company, in the best case scenario, should be gushing with money. So that is the hope with Mega Metals. And if they do that over a number of years and they think there's really good value, they can start buying the shares back. So a lot of companies do that. Generally, I don't like companies raising capital just for the sake of raising capital. There needs to be a reason. And I do or am attracted to those companies who have not raised capital in the last 10 years. But the whole reason we have equity market or stock market is for companies to raise capital. Anyway, so that's interesting sort of dynamics there. I don't like it, but that's why we have a market. Trader Hooper, Telix results Thursday, as you mentioned. Also results webcast on Friday. I've always found the Telix webcast to be great value, very informative. Thank you. So I'm really looking forward to Telix. I'm still waiting for it to release. I just think it's going to be released after the market has closed. I think they're going to release it after the market has closed so they can get the start of the American market. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking that's what they're doing. So Telix, the results should be pretty good. Simon PT says, take the profit and run. Yes, I would agree with that. But I would assume many shareholders in the banks have been long-term shareholders, and there's no way they are going to sell. There is no way they will sell their shares in any of the banks. Oh, they've made so much money in the banks over the last 30 years or so. And it is a dilemma because I don't see much growth in the banks. So they could put their money into really good growth stories and find fantastic growth and even maintain okay dividend yields. But they will actually have to pay a tax. That's the other thing. So is their return of the money they might get from selling going to be greater than the tax they pay? So it's a bit of a dilemma, but I do know most long-term shareholders just refuse to sell the banks. The software company with goals you were trying to recall, a drop sweet. That was one of them. Yeah. No, you know what it was. It was Altium. That was the company I was thinking of, Altium. But I'm pretty sure DropSuite also had goals, but Altium was the one I was thinking of because they had 5 or 10-year goals, 5-year goals. And I just remember they missed one of the targets, but the market didn't care. The market did not care. They missed the targets. I was like, they missed the targets. And the reason the market didn't care is because they put out their next 5-year target and it was for significant growth. And that's what the market focused on because what does the market focus on? The future. They don't care about the present. It's all about the future. So even though they missed their original target, they put out a new target and they was aiming for significant growth. So Altium, company bought. DropSuite hasn't been bought just yet. It is undergoing a takeover bid. And you don't have to know that. All you have to know is have a look at the chart, by the way. This is the chart of a takeover bid company. See a massive rise in share price in one day and then share price should go sideways. Look at that. That is, if I saw that chart, takeover bid. And DropSuite, yes, DropSuite, another Pretty good company going off our market. Unfortunate. Okay, I'm going to end it that. Sorry, HAHC. I'll answer your question in another video, but that's all for this video. Have a good day. Don't forget, I'm not a financial advisor. If you need financial advice, make sure you seek out someone who is qualified and can speak to your own financial needs. That's it for this video. Have a good day. Bye.